MIT gets countless requests from universities all over the world for joint programs. And it's very important to the faculty here that we choose the best universities.
We have 4 marvelous partners in China. Tsinghua and Fudan have been with us from day one, and Lingnan and Yunnan joined the program later. These are the top universities in China.
I was actually present at the 75th anniversary of the founding of Tsinghua, and students spoke at this extraordinary event. I will never forget this. One of them stood up and said, "We are the sharp end of the spear for 1.3 billion people. We cannot fail."
China is extremely effective in choosing its leadership. We've had a series of deans who have proven themselves with very effective experience, whether it's Ying Chen in Tsinghua or Shangwen Liu in Fudan, Dean Tian in Yunnan, or Dean Xu in Lingnan, because of their commitment to assisting us in learning about China. MIT is, I think, a much more interesting place and more globally engaged.
They have done a wonderful job in terms of transforming these 4 important business schools into frontier business schools in China and in Asia. And they have also helped us enhance our reputation in China, in Asia.
Tsinghua University is one of the most prestigious universities in China. The students are extremely intelligent. It's as if you ask someone in the States, you go to Harvard, you go to MIT, the reaction would be the same.
These schools are the best schools within China, and Fudan is on my to-do list for a long time. It's always one of my dreams.
I think Yunnan University is one of the most beautiful university in China. Yunnan is in the southwest. It's not very developed Shanghai or Beijing. We have all kinds of small business here. And once you help them, it will give them a very big step out.
Frankly speaking, Lingnan University is the best in southern China for MBA program.
I've never seen a more passionate group of alumni than the group from Lingnan.
As a part of this program, I can get the opportunity to come to MIT and to further my study here and to communicate with the top level of professors and people here.
Our faculty, our students have so much to learn from China.
We can learn from you, and you can also learn from us because we are so different.
I'm proud of being one part of Fudan and also one part of MIT. Everybody within both programs are very outstanding.
China has been the most interesting and most dynamic economy in the world over the last couple of decades. China, in some ways, has not only caught up to the United States and to other Western countries, but has gone beyond. We have been able to be part of that process.
One of my favorite experiences was in the early years of going to China. I was working with a group of IMBA students on a Friday afternoon from 2 to 5 o'clock. You can imagine in most places on a Friday afternoon by 5 o'clock, everyone is basically ready to go and do other things. The spokesperson for the class at about 4:45 raised his hand and asked if it would be possible that we could spend another hour talking about the issues that we were looking at. I was so delighted and surprised that of course we stayed until at least 6 o'clock.
Any joint program has to work in the interests of both institutions and the faculty and students involved. I think this has been a singular success on that dimension.
You know, you don't do things in universities to get rich. You do things in universities to have an impact. And the goal of this program was always for both sides to gain from the collaboration. I believe it has been an extraordinary success.
It is extremely crucial to learn from other minds, to learn from people from different backgrounds, and to create something new for the world.
In many ways, we were just being asked to do in a different place what we've been doing for a long time. Our colleagues in China, they were the real innovators. They were being asked to change the way their universities were functioning. And it was my guess that there was a good deal of personal courage and commitment and extraordinary amounts of energy involved in making it work.
To our fellow partners and deans of our Chinese universities, let me say thank you for the commitment to MIT. I'm grateful, and I look forward to what's next.
It's been such a pleasure visiting your universities, working with your students. Thank you for everything you have done.
Thank you and your predecessors for recognizing that there is value in collaboration, for treating us as guests, and for helping to make MIT Sloan a stronger, more globally aware institution.
We couldn't do the China Management Program without partners in China. And it takes two to tango, and in this case, we have 4 marvelous partners in China. They brought China to us. For that, I thank them, and I hope to be able to work with them for many, many years to come.
Because of their commitment to these programs, we have a wonderful foundation now to build on for where we go forward. I think we've only scratched the surface, really.